With the new rulemaking coming out on disclosures on cyber and now disclosures on climate risk, it'll take more time.
Joining me to discuss some of the issues facing REIT General Counsels is Ann Dee, Executive Vice President, General Counsel, and Corporate Secretary with Duke Realty Corporation. On your panel here at REITwise about REIT General Counsels and the issues they face in a post-pandemic world, what do you see as being the biggest challenges that the REIT GCs faced during the pandemic?
You know, I was thinking back on that because it's been 2 years. And where we are today, you don't realize, going back 2 years, you know, the number of things we were concerned about. One was safety of our associates, you know, the social distancing signs, the hand wash stations, whether people were going to be in the office or not. We have a construction department, so we were in the midst of a lot of construction of industrial warehouses. Luckily, we were considered a necessary, so we were able to be open, but just all the protocols, paying attention to what the CDC, paying attention to what the government was doing, and then following it, and at the same time giving our associates some comfort, and then as a business, making sure our tenants could pay rent. And luckily, we are in the industrial warehouse business, so it was all successful, but there was a lot going on. At the same time, we had just moved into brand new headquarters. So we moved in February of 2020. And one of the decisions that we made when we moved into those headquarters was to give everybody laptops with direct access. In hindsight, that was a pretty smart move. So everybody could work remotely without any trouble at all.
And how has the Great Resignation impacted the REIT sector?
I think there's two components of that some people may not be talking about. Is we have I'll call them a fairly seasoned workforce, and a lot of people decided, I'm going to retire. So you have the retiring. So I had a number of people retire. Well, not a number, but you know, significant for our department because it's small. And then I did have an associate who was very key to me, who got an email from a company who said, you can work remotely, I don't care, you can do whatever you want, I'll give you a big title, I'll give you big money, and you can go. And you know, I couldn't match what they were offering. I suffered for it. I will say the person called me 60 days later because culture is important. But again, we weren't able to make it work, but it has happened. I think it'll calm down because I think culture is important in a company.
How much time does the average REIT General Counsel spend on SEC reporting and disclosure matters?
More and more after the last couple of weeks with the new rulemaking coming out on disclosures on cyber and now disclosures on climate risk. It'll take more time. You know, I spend, now that the associate left who happened to be in the corporate world, I spend time, a fair amount of time on the proxy, you know, board things, SEC disclosures. We do have a group that does our financials, but like I said, more and more because more and more is being required that I have to weigh in on.